Welcome to the Indigenous Languages Digital Archive Training video series. This video will give you a walkthrough of an ILDA entry and an ILDA search to demonstrate the software's archiving capabilities. ILDA is a tool for holding and displaying archival documents and audio recordings of Indigenous languages to aid community language revitalization. ILDA pairs digital copies of archival materials with transcriptions of them to create a searchable record of a language's archival holdings that is directly tied back to the original source materials. This increases the accessibility of the language data contained in the archival record, aids in linguistic analysis and historical research, and offers ways to access your heritage language materials in new and innovative ways. From here, we'll be looking at examples from the new.minit archive to give you an idea of what entries in ILDA look like and how it could function for your language. In ILDA, each instance of your language in the archival record, be it a word or phrase, has its own entry associated with it. Within entries, most fields correspond to data from the archival page that are transcribed by language workers before being uploaded to ILDA. Starting at the top bar, we can see the coordinates of the entry within the larger archival document. This entry is from the James Owen Dorsey collection and appears on page 303 on the first line, and we can see that it's tagged as a written document. Below the entry coordinates, there is a summary bar that prominently displays important information from the full entry below. Next, there are two customizable metadata fields. The names of these fields are user-defined to hold whatever information type you would find useful for your work. Here, the real/notebook field is used to indicate the specific notebook the entry is from within the broader Dorsey collection, and the text category field is for tagging entries that belong to the same larger story or narrative that spans many entries. As you design your archive, put some thought into what type of data would be useful to capture in these fields so you can name them appropriately. Now back to the full entry. The View Document button on the top bar is used to display the archival page that the entry is transcribed from. Each entry from a written source is tagged to a digital copy of the archival page it came from, allowing you to quickly access the original materials as you view your digital entries. For audio entries, instead of the eye icon to view the document, we have an audio player to play the specific clip an entry is associated with from the larger archival recording. Audio entries also don't display page or line numbers, as those aren't relevant, but instead show a phrase number, which is simply sequential numbering of the entries from the longer audio recording. Aside from these differences, written and audio entries are the same. The lower part of an ILDA entry is made up of 5 gray bars, which are all expandable and show more detailed information about the language form. The first, original target language, contains the transcription of the language form as it appears in the original orthography used in the archival document. This original target language form is what's used to populate the original target language field in the summary bar. The modern spelling field is used to transliterate antiquated forms into a community orthography. Depending on the age range of your language materials and details of your language revitalization, this field may not be highly utilized in your archive. The English translation field is where you can translate the original target language into English. This is different from the original gloss field below, in that the original gloss field captures the translation from the archival materials themselves, even when those are mistaken or incomplete. Every section of an ILDA entry has comments fields for you to record your own comments or keep track of comments from the archival page. The original gloss section holds the original elicitation as it was recorded on the archival page or as it was spoken in an audio recording. The original gloss in the summary bar is taken from here. The English translation of gloss field is used to translate glosses that appear in a non-English language, such as Spanish or French. The modern speech forms section is where we begin to depart from the archival materials and show our analysis of the archival data. The modern speech form is where we can display the language form as it would be written in the community orthography in use today. The modern speech field in the summary bar is a copy of this field. The modern speech form section is also where we can display morphological breakdown of the form and make words from the archival entry available to ILDA's dictionary website and app through the user-defined stem field, which in this archive has been renamed to head word. When stems or head words are entered into ILDA, they become available for the dictionary manager to pull over to the dictionary software. This creates a workflow wherein analysis of forms leads to population of a dictionary while maintaining separation between the two tools. This allows linguists, researchers, and high-level language learners to access the archival record as needed while keeping the dictionary software purely dedicated to efficient recall of language for immediate use in revitalization contexts. Next, we have the cognates section, which is used for displaying cognate forms from related languages. Here you can see we've entered the Hoopa cognate for this word, as the forms are related and both languages are of the Dene language family. Finally, we come to the metadata section, where users can tag semantic or syntactic categories for the entry, as well as record who the speaker who gave the form was and what dialects they were speaking. Next, we'll walk through ILDA's search functionality to demonstrate how you can customize searches to access entries from your archival database. The ILDA home screen is built around its customizable search function that allows you to hone in on the specific language forms you're interested in finding. First, we enter the word or phrase we want to search in the search term box. Now, we go to search options, where we can restrict our search in several ways. Search anywhere in Word will display anywhere that the character string you typed above shows up in the archive. For example, this search for sleep will display results for sleeping because sleep is contained within it. The search exact word function restricts the search so this wouldn't happen and only exact matches would be returned. Search on initial and final strings is used for looking for prefixes or suffixes and tells ILDA to either target the beginning or ends of words only. The search field option allows you to tell ILDA which of the fields from the entry to search in. Note that in order to reduce the amount of repetitive searching, when the English translations field is selected, both English translation and original gloss are searched. Next, you can restrict your search to one or more dialects and also choose one or more documents to search within. Leaving either section as it is will return all dialects and all documents. Finally, we can customize which fields we want to display in the search results by selecting them in the Results field menu. Now we click Search and are taken to the results page, where all the forms that contain the English word sleep are shown. From the search results page, you can redo your searches and change search options. To return to the full search menu, click the Reset Search button, and to perform another search, you simply use Search again. The impact of ILDA on your language revitalization is largely that it's making your archival collection searchable to quickly access previously hard to navigate archival materials and compare records of your language across speakers, dialects, time, formats, and collections. It's our hope that ILDA will be a useful tool for your language revitalization efforts, and that with your use and feedback, we can continue building features to aid in your work. Thanks for watching.